In the past few days, there's been quite a number of changes happening in the UK government, and there's so many information running across the internet as regards the change in immigration policies in the UK, or proposed change in immigration policies in the UK, and how this affects international students and immigrants at large in the UK. So I'm sharing with you some of the updates that happened in the past few days in this video. So if you think this will interest you, don't go anywhere, keep watching till the end. Hello guys, if you're coming across my channel for the first time, my name is Daniel. I currently reside in the UK and I share videos around traveling abroad. So if you're looking for a place to get first-hand information as regards relocation abroad, then you're in the right place. Please click on the red subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And for my returning subscribers, thank you guys for the love. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. The past couple of days have been filled with mixed feelings among immigrants and international students in the UK. We've gotten loads of news coming across every media platform in the UK as regards the proposed changes in immigration policies by the new government headed by the new prime minister. Is it new prime minister or the outgoing prime minister now, depending on the situation as of today. So there's been a lot of changes, starting from the government questioning the number of dependents coming into the UK under the Tier 4 or the student visa, and also information as regards the government saying international students don't have, the government doesn't hold international students the right to stay back in the UK upon completion of the program, and so many information as regards, whether the post-study work visa will be stopped by the new government, and so many information running across the media. And of late, we've also heard about the UK Home Office Secretary resigning from her position as the permanent secretary of the Home Office, and there has been like lots of rumors and information circulating on how this is going to play out. So many media platforms have stated their own personal opinion, and also some of the news or information provided by the outgoing Home Secretary as regards the new government policies not working. And honestly, it's not a news, like it's not a new information that so many of the MPs, the member of parliament, are not in support of some of the new policies being suggested or proposed by the new government. Honestly, it's really been a roller coaster couple of days here in the UK. And in the past 6 weeks since the new government came into power, 44 days to be precise, there's been like loads of back and forth as regards policies. And if you're conversant with the UK news, she sacked our chancellor a couple of days ago, and the new chancellor she brought into power just a few days ago, about 3 days ago, the new chancellor actually went against our policy. Honestly, it's really been amazing. And just yesterday also, we also got the news that the UK prime minister has dropped a resignation letter to the king. So it's been amazing, honestly, and some of these policies are definitely going to affect international students and the entire country at large. So in the midst of all of this information coming coming to the media platforms, and causing like a bit of a challenge among international students, the fear, the uncertainty, that comes with some of the proposed rule, many of the universities in the UK have decided to come out, and universities in the UK say reducing the number of international students in the UK is unhelpful and counterproductive. Now, trust me, I wouldn't blame the UK universities coming out to say this, because obviously they've got a lot to lose. And if you're an international student in the UK, you can agree with me that many of these are master's program here in the UK, many of their PhD programs, even most of their bachelor's degree program, are dominated by immigrants. So imagine how much we pay. We practically pay twice the amount they pay. For instance, my course is for 16,500. Now, if you're domestic students, like obviously the citizen here in the UK, they pay about £6,000 for the same program. I paid £16,500. So the universities obviously make money from international students. So the government coming out to say that they are reducing the number of international students because of dependents, would definitely not work for them, because they're going to lose quite a lot of money if this particular policy is being put into power. So universities in the UK, that's UKK, Universities UKK, the organization representing 140 universities across the UK, has reacted to the recent statement of the Secretary of State for the Home Department, who said that the number of international students in the UK should be reduced. Now, they got like a backlash from the UK universities because they felt it's so unhelpful for them to make that particular decision. Now, following the comments, the UKK joined Guide HE, Million Plus, and University Alliance in urging the government to restate its commitment as set in the international education strategy, but also to avoid sending the message that international students and their dependents may not be welcome in the country. Now, they actually made this impression a few years ago, and it wasn't profitable for them. They lost billions of pounds as regards, making international students unwelcomed, and most people just decided to move to other countries. People who are willing to, immigrate, that just move to other countries because UK wasn't welcoming for immigrants. So because the letter sent by the UUK to the government says that the negative rhetoric suggesting a need to reduce international student member is unhelpful and counterproductive. It stands to directly impact the continued success of one of the UK's premier export industry and restrict economic growth. The UUK, why do I keep saying UKK? The UUK CEO said that the high number of international students choosing the UK as their study destination is a real success story, and the country also benefits from them as the latter contributes to connections in trade, policies, research, and more. So for the UK, for a government focused on growth to try to reduce the appeal to international students would be bizarre, especially when you consider that they contribute nearly 26 billion to the UK economy, and that this is spread throughout all parts of the UK. It is even more bizarre when recent growth in international student number has been a direct result of pro-growth government policies and visa changes. Stein said, urging the government not to make such a decision. So obviously the international students are contributing about 25 billion pounds to the UK economy. Yeah, it's not news because you obviously spend quite a lot of money to stay back in the UK. So even after paying your tuition fee, paying for your dependent visa application, IHS fee, after the completion of your program, you want to get a UK post-study work visa, and you spend quite a lot, especially for someone that coming with 3 dependents, probably 3 children and a wife, that's 4 dependents. If you're getting a post-study work visa, you're going to spend nothing less than £10,000 on post-study work visa that's only valid for 2 years. That doesn't count to your permanent residence in the United Kingdom. So that's quite a lot of money coming out of international students to the government. And the truth is, even for bills, when you get into the UK and you start working part-time, you work on 20 hours contract as stated on your visa. Your dependents will work on limited number of hours. Trust me guys, by the time both parties bring in their earning, practically 40% goes on tax, then the remaining amount of money goes on bills. So it's like you're working in the UK but the money stays in the United Kingdom. So if you get what I mean. So there are quite a lot of things that the government is benefiting from this, and it definitely will make sense for them to decide to stop the post-study work visa. Now, recently also it's been stated that increase in international students and the dependents they bring into the UK. There's been discussion on limiting the number of international students who remain in the UK after graduation. Upon undergraduate post-study work visa, students from abroad are permitted to remain in the UK for at least 2 years after finishing their course. So limited number of international students who can stay in the UK. I think the strategy basically might just to limit this to people who study courses that are under the shortage occupations, which I don't think it's fair for them to restrict that and say, oh, only people that study this particular number of courses can stay back in the UK after graduation. But honestly, it's their country, it's their policy. All we need to do is to strategically position ourselves to make sure that even when the policy doesn't favor us, we try to get as much as we can from studying the UK and implementing what we've got outside the UK, or if there's an opportunity within the UK. So that's that about that. Actually, a lot of things happening. If you have any of your suggestions or you've got like any opinion, just state in the comment section. I'll try to respond as soon as possible. If you have any questions as regards the UK Home Office, immigration, state in the comment section, state your opinion in the comment section. Let's have like a chit chat as regards these old changes in UK policies and all of those things. So this will be the end of this video. If you have any questions, state in the comment section. If you find this video resourceful, click on the like button, and if you're coming across my channel for the first time, click on the red subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. Trust me, it's gonna be worth your time. And for my returning subscribers, thank you guys for the love. I really do appreciate you. So this will be the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.